Ouch! Oh, that was a sharp edge. I think I just cut my finger.
Are you okay, Mark? I heard that. Let me see. What happened?
I was just trying to open this cardboard box and my hand slipped. The edge of the cardboard was sharper than I thought. It's just a small paper cut on my index finger, but it stings.
Paper cuts can be surprisingly painful. Oh, and it's bleeding a little bit. It's not a deep cut, but we should take care of it properly. We don't want it to get infected.
You're right. I think there is a first aid kit in the kitchen drawer. I'll just grab a Band-Aid and put it on. That should be fine, right?
A Band-Aid is a good idea, but that shouldn't be the very first thing you do. There is a very important step we need to take before we cover the cut.
There is another step first? I always just put a Band-Aid on right away to stop the bleeding and protect it. What is more important than that?
The most important first step is to clean the wound very carefully. It might seem like a small, clean cut, but there could be tiny bits of dirt or germs from the cardboard box in there.
I suppose that's possible. The box has been in a delivery truck and a warehouse. It's probably not very clean. But the cut is so small. Is it really a big risk?
Any break in the skin is a potential entry point for bacteria. If bacteria get inside, they can cause an infection. An infection can make the cut red, swollen, and painful, and it will take much longer to heal.
An infection from a tiny paper cut? I never really thought about that. I guess I have been careless in the past. So cleaning it is essential to prevent that.
Exactly. It's a simple step that makes a huge difference. Proper wound care is very important, even for the smallest injuries. Let's go over to the sink, and I will show you the correct way to do it.
Okay, you are the expert. I am ready for my first aid lesson. We are at the sink. What do I do now?
The very first thing you should do is wash your own hands with soap and water. You don't want to transfer any germs from your hands into the cut while you are trying to clean it.
Washing my hands first. That makes perfect sense. I will just do that now. Okay, my hands are clean. Am I ready to wash the cut itself?
Yes. Now you should wash the cut and the skin around it very gently. Use a mild soap and cool running water from the tap.
Why cool water? I thought warm water was better for cleaning.
For a small cut, cool water is often better because it can help to slow down the bleeding a little bit. Just let the water run over your finger for about a minute. Don't scrub the cut directly. Just let the water and soap wash over it. We want to be very gentle.
Okay. I have washed it gently with soap and cool water. It has stopped bleeding now, which is great. What is the next step in my lesson?
The next step is to dry the area very carefully. A Band-Aid will not stick to wet skin, so the skin around the cut needs to be completely dry.
Should I use a cloth towel to dry it?
It's better to use something that you know is clean, like a fresh paper towel or a sterile gauze pad from the first aid kit. A used cloth towel might have bacteria on it.
A clean paper towel it is, and I should be gentle, right?
Yes, just pat the area around the wound very gently. Don't rub it, because that could irritate the cut. Once it's dry, we have one more cleaning step. In the first aid kit, There should be some antiseptic wipes.
I see them. They are in little individual packets. What are these for?
An antiseptic wipe is used to kill any germs that might still be on the skin after washing. Just gently wipe the skin around the cut, not directly inside it. This gives an extra layer of protection against infection. All right, your finger is washed, dried, and disinfected. Now you are finally ready for the Band-Aid. Let's look in the first aid kit.
Wow, there are a lot of different types of Band-Aids in here. There are small, round ones, big, square ones, and ones that look like a letter H.
It's always good to have a variety of shapes and sizes. You need to choose the one that is the right size and shape for your specific injury. A small, round one is good for a tiny spot, and the large ones are for bigger scrapes, like on a knee.
What about for a cut on a fingertip like mine? It's an awkward place. A normal, long Band-Aid might not wrap around it very well.
That's true. For fingers and knuckles, the best choice is usually a flexible fabric Band-Aid. See this one? It is made of a stretchy cloth material. It will move with your finger when you bend it, so it is more comfortable.
That sounds perfect. I hate it when a plastic Band-Aid feels stiff and starts to peel off as soon as I move my finger. Let's use this flexible fabric one. So, we have chosen the perfect Band-Aid. I just tear open the wrapper and stick it on, right?
You are on the right track, but we still need to be careful. The most important thing is to keep the Band-Aid as clean as possible while you are applying it. We don't want to get germs on it.
How can I avoid that? I have to touch it to put it on.
Look at the paper wrapper. It is designed to be opened in a specific way. You hold both ends and pull them apart. See how it peels open in the middle?
Oh, I see. It opens up like a little set of doors. That's quite a clever design.
It is. Now, when you take the Band-Aid out, try to only hold it by the protective strips that cover the sticky parts. Don't touch the white, sterile pad in the middle. That is the part that will go directly on your cut.
So, only hold the edges. Do not touch the white pad. I understand. It's all about keeping everything that touches the wound as clean and sterile as possible.
You've got it. You are an excellent student. You have the Band-Aid out of the wrapper and you are holding it correctly. Now it is time to apply it.
This is the final step. I hope I do it right. What is the best technique?
First, you need to position it correctly. You want to center the white, non-stick pad directly over your cut. Make sure the pad is big enough to cover the entire cut completely.
Okay, centering the pad over the cut. Like this?
That's perfect. Now, the next step is to remove one of the protective plastic strips from the sticky, adhesive side. Peel one side off first.
I've peeled off one side. What now?
Now, gently press that first sticky end down onto your skin. Once it is secure, you can peel off the other protective strip and press the second sticky end down. Doing it one side at a time gives you more control and helps you avoid wrinkles.
There, it's on. It feels very secure and comfortable. Thank you, Anna. That was a very thorough and helpful demonstration.
You are very welcome, Mark. It looks perfect. Now your cut is clean and protected, and it can heal properly.
It is just a tiny cut, but it feels good to know that I have taken care of it in the right way. It makes me wonder, at what point is a cut too serious for just a Band-Aid?
That is a very important question. A Band-Aid is only for small, minor cuts and scrapes. You should see a doctor if a cut is very deep. For example, if you can see fat or muscle.
Okay, a deep cut needs a doctor. What are some other warning signs?
You should also see a doctor if the cut does not stop bleeding after you have applied pressure for 10 minutes, or if it was caused by something very dirty or rusty, like an old nail. And of course, if the cut shows signs of infection later, like it becomes very red, painful, or has pus, you should see a doctor right away.
That is all very valuable information to know. Thank you. My finger feels much better now. How long should I keep this Band-Aid on for?
That's another good question. You shouldn't just leave it on until it falls off by itself in a few days. It is important to change the Band-Aid regularly.
How often should I change it?
As a general rule, you should change it at least once a day. This allows you to check on the cut to make sure it is healing well and is not getting infected. It also keeps the area clean.
So, a fresh Band-Aid every day. What if this one gets wet when I wash my hands or take a shower?
If the Band-Aid gets wet or dirty, you should change it immediately. A wet Band-Aid can be a place for germs to grow, which is the opposite of what we want. So always replace a wet or dirty Band-Aid with a fresh, dry one.
A new Band-Aid every day and more often if it gets wet or dirty. I will remember that. This first aid kit is very useful. What else is in here?
A good first aid kit should have a lot of useful things. You can see we have different sizes of Band-Aids, sterile gauze pads for bigger wounds, medical tape, antiseptic wipes, and some pain relief medicine.
It is really important to have a kit like this at home and in the office. You never know when you might need it for a small emergency.
I agree completely. Being prepared is always a good idea. How is your finger feeling now? Is the Band-Aid comfortable?
It feels great. I can barely feel the cut anymore. The Band-Aid is flexible, just like you said, so I can bend my finger easily. Thank you again, Anna, for being such a wonderful teacher.
It was my pleasure, Mark. I'm glad I could help. Now you are fully prepared to handle any minor cuts and scrapes in the future.